So the idea of Norway Brewing came about right around the time I was going to Copenhagen Beer Celebration with my former employer, Larvig. It's a brewery in the country of Norway, in Stavanger, Norway. We just got the idea to come back to Maine and start our own family business here, kind of really set down roots. So when you walk into Norway Brewing Company, the first thing you're gonna see is a lot of barnwood. But this is not something that we found on the internet. The barn was literally up on Jaeger Road, a few miles down the road. It had to come down, 200-year-old barn. And my wife, who studied furniture and woodworking at Mecca, was really leading the charge on all this, the furniture and the built-ins. She had this vision of, very rustic meets refined. The lamps in the tasting room are chicken incubators from Paris Farmers Union. The taster flights are actually old screw drawers from Longley's hardware shop, a 100-year-old hardware shop that just closed on Main Street in Norway. Really that kind of sense of this is authentic Western Maine. It's farmhouse life. The whole ethos of Norway Brewing Company is to promote Norway, Maine, and everything that it is and that surrounds it. So really trying to keep those extra ingredients that aren't malt, hops, and yeast from local sources, and that really, we are using some wild yeast as well from fruit and really trying to develop a Norway, Maine terroir like so many farmhouse breweries are doing, developing a terroir where they're not only using the local malt, which we do in a lot of our farmhouse ales, local hops, but also local yeast. It's really, truly Maine beer. And in the barrel of ice, there's even a little bit of that house yeast, that house character, open, oak fermentation. So we like that. We like to have our stamp not only on the branding, the names, and the concepts, but also the very stuff that the beer is made of really exudes Norway, Maine, Western Maine, and that is our brand. To sit down in the beer garden and have that beer here when it's 75 degrees, partly sunny, that perfect evening where it's just gonna fill up and bustle with activity, but you still get that attention to detail. And if you've seen our Instagram feed, you might have noticed our food is pretty photogenic. It's that whole experience that really, I think, makes our brewery what it is. When we started this, I had to find some people that would really execute that vision of having as many local ingredients on the plate as possible, but also presented in a way that's not too stuffy, or exclusive, stodgy, fresh, new, kind of attractive, and pub food that goes well with beer. Corey is our head chef. He's a homesteader. He lives in a yurt, has sheep and chickens and ducks, and grows his own food. Sav is from Virginia Beach, Newport News, but his family is Lao, and he grew up with a lot of Asian flavors in his, family cooking, ran his family's restaurant, but also, has that Southern comfort food. Corey is trained in Italian and French cooking, and literally trained in Italy. They balance each other really well, and the food that's coming out of the kitchen is everything from right now on our new menu. We have pierogies with kraut and sour cream. We do all our own kimchi and sauerkraut lacto fermentations in the kitchen. We do smoked chicken sliders, John Carter's burger, which is just a very simple, meat, salt and pepper, local beef on a brioche bun. We have a pretty meat-heavy menu, but we like to include vegetarian options and a vegan option or two, just so everybody can come here and feel welcome.